Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So don't forget to subscribe my TikTok page. Thank you so much. So with that, our quarter for week 3 objectives. So at the end of the lesson, you should be able to 1. Demonstrate understanding on how to construct a frequency distribution table by tallying. Number 2. Prepare and organize data in a group and ungroup frequency distribution table. And last, construct a cumulative frequency distribution table. Ito yung kailangan nyo matutunan or ma-master this week. So let's start. Pag sinabi natin frequency distribution, di ba? So let's define first. This is a representation either in a graphical or tabular format that displays the number of observations within a given interval. Ibig sabihin niyan, this is a help or para matulungan natin yung mga audience natin. Okay, this will make us organize and summarize the survey data to make it easy to interpret and understand. Yun yung purpose ng ating constructing frequency distribution. With that, we have the types, we call this graphical and tabular. And this is called histogram, di ba? Ito yung representation natin, gumagamit tayo ng graph. And we also have this frequency distribution table. Okay, so with that, magpo-focus lang muna tayo dito sa pagko-construct ng frequency distribution table. Let's start. Before we go to constructing, let's define first the definition of terms in statistics. We have the word range. Pag sinabi nating range, this is the difference of the highest score and the lowest score. Ibig sabihin niyan is ma-minus natin yung lowest value doon sa highest value natin, doon sa data natin. Okay, and we have another word that is class size. Pag sinabi natin class size, also known as class width. This is simply the average number of student per class. How are you going to find? Calculate by dividing the range by the desired class interval. Pag sinabi niya class interval, no, ito yung tinatawag natin, these are yung ating bracket kasi dyan, either between 5 to 15. Okay, para maging tayo doon, aware. And speaking of class interval, that is the number of classes in the table. Ibig sabihin yan, yan yung number na naka-bracket doon sa ating class size. And that is another, we have lower limit. Pag sinabi naman natin lower limit, that is the smallest value in the class. And of course, we have the word upper limit. Ito naman yung greatest value in the class. Okay, yan yung kailangan nating matandaan. Okay. So therefore, we also have the two types of frequency distribution table. No? Kung mapapansin natin yun, ito, grades of 25 students in biology. Kung titignan natin to, magkaiba sila ng table. Okay, ito, naka-grade lang siya. Ito ay may class interval. So this is ungroup data or ungroup frequency distribution table. Pag sinabi natin ungroup, this is individual score of each student. Yun yung score nila. Kaya itatali mo lang, ibig sabihin ng tali, no, yun yung guguhitan mo kung ilan nakakuha or nag-appear. And then get the frequency, bibilangin mo yan, ika-count mo siya. And dito naman sa group frequency distribution table, meron tayong grupo. Okay, and then ibig sabihin yan, meron silang class interval na tinatawag natin. So same pa rin, may tally and then the frequency. So let's start. Example natin number 1. Consider the number of cell phones possessed by each family. Ito yung data natin. Okay, and then syempre balikan natin yung ating step, no? You're going to write first the table. Okay, 3 columns dapat lagi yan, no? Okay, and this is number of cell phones. Ito yung tinatawag nating class or classes kapag nasa group tayo. And this is tally, yung frequency. So ibig sabihin yan, ililista muna natin yan, yung 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, either ascending or descending yan, pwede naman. And tally, pag sinabing tally, bibilangin mo, guguhitan mo kung ilang nag-appear doon sa 1. Okay, ganun din sa 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So meaning to say, ito na yung ating tally. And then, okay, take note na kapag nagtatally, kapag 5 na yan, i-cross mo siya para madali natin ma-count. And then you're going to write the frequency of each tally. And that is 3. Ibig sabihin, 3 yung merong isang cellphone. And then, 8 dito sa may dalawang cellphone, 15 dun sa mayroong 3, and then we have 12 dun sa mayroong 4, and 7 dun sa mayroong 5 cellphones, and 5 din dun sa merong 6 na cellphone. Okay, kapag inad natin yan, we call that total frequency natin. That is 50. Ibig sabihin, 50 lahat yung nag-respond dun sa ating survey. Okay, this is ungrouped data kasi nga individual lang yung kinuha natin dyan. Next, dito naman sa ating second example, we are going to construct group frequency distribution. But before that, meron tayong steps na kailangan natin matandaan. The first step is compute the range. Diba? Pag sinabi nga natin range, difference between highest and lowest score. Okay. So, and then kapag nakuha natin yung range na yon, add 1 to the difference to arrive at the total number of score. Mag-add lang tayo. And then proceed to step 2. Decide the number of classes or class intervals desired. Kailangan between 5 to 15. Okay, so ikaw mag-a-assign no, kung ilan yung gusto mong maging palapag, yung tinatawag natin, no, yung class. And that is step 3, we have find the size of the class interval by dividing the range by the desired number of class interval. Yan yung class size natin. I-divide lang natin yung range doon sa inassign natin na class interval. Okay, and we can now do the step 4. Make the first class interval include the smallest value of the data. And then step 5, identify the lower and the upper class limits of the succeeding class intervals by adding the size of the class interval to the lower and upper limits of the next class intervals until reaching the highest class interval. Ibig sabihin yan, magpa-plus at magma-minus ka lang doon para makuha natin yung succeeding intervals natin. Okay, and then you can now proceed to step 6. Determine the frequency of each class interval by counting the mark tally. So let's do the group frequency distribution table. So we have example number 2. Prepare a group frequency distribution on a score of 40 students in a math quiz. Ito yung score nila. So first, balikan natin yung step 1, no? Okay. So gagawin muna natin, hanapin natin yung range or find the range. Siyempre, alamin muna natin yung highest and lowest score. Okay, so that is, we are going to apply the range. We have highest score minus lowest score. Ano ba yung highest score natin dyan? That is 99. So, and ano naman yung lowest natin? That is 71. That is the lowest score. Then, substitute na natin for the range. 99 minus 71. The range is 28. Diba? Remember, magpa-plus 1 tayo dito. Kaya 28 plus 1 is equal to 29. Ito nga yung range natin. And then, you're going to assign the desired class interval natin. That is 10. Di ba? 5 to 15 between. Di ba? Okay, and then you can now find the class size or the class width, no? Pag sinabing class size, range divided by desired class. Kaya we have 29 divided by 10, that is 2.9. Take note, kailangan yung class size natin dapat whole number yan. Kaya i-round off natin to. That will become 3. Ibig sabihin, ang class size or class width natin dyan ay 3. And then we can now find the step 4. Ano ba yung step 4 natin? Ayan. So you can now construct a table first. Okay. So ibig sabihin yan, sulat muna natin yung class size natin. That is 3. Paano ko malalaman kung ilang case ba to, di ba? So yung desired natin, ilan ba yung desired natin? 10. Kaya dapat 10 din to na palapag. Okay, and then we are going to find first the lower limit. Ano ba yung lower limit natin? Pag sinabi natin lower limit, ito yung smallest value, yung nandyan sa score natin. Ano ba yung smallest niya? That is 71. And then also find the upper limit. Pag sinabing upper limit, so yung lower limit natin, ipa-plus lang natin yung ating class size, which is 3 minus 1. That is constant yung 1 dyan, minus 1. And then that is 71 plus 3 minus 1, that is 73. Yan na ngayon yung upper limit natin. And then, ano ngayon yung aking magiging first class interval dito. Okay, kunin mo lang yung lower limit tsaka yung upper limit mo, that is 71 to 73. Ibig sabihin yan, 71, 72, 73, yun yung ating first class interval na sinatawag. Ibig sabihin yan, merong tatlong numbers doon. Yun yung width, class width. Kaya sulat natin dito. And then, paano ko malalaman yung second class interval, third, fourth, and so on and so forth? Ibig sabihin, magpa-plus 3 ka lang kasi yun yung class size natin. Magpa-plus 3 ka dito sa ating lower limit. Okay, take note ha, yung 71 lower limit yan, 73 upper limit. Habang umakyat yung 73, lahat ng numbers po yun, we call that upper limit. Yung 71 naman, habang umakyat yan, we call that upper limit. Okay, and magpa-plus 3 tayo, kaya that is 74. Di ba? 71 plus 3, 74 yun. 73 plus 3, 76. Mag-plus ka ulit ng 3, kaya that is 77 to 79. Another plus 3, that is 80 to 82. Then another plus 3, 83 to 85. Then another plus 3, 86 to 88 until you reach the highest upper limit, yung tinatawag natin, 100 yon. Okay, kasi nga, kung mapapansin mo, di ba, ito ay 10 desired class interval. Kaya dapat makikita mo yon. And then, after you write the class interval, pwede na natin itali. Okay, how are we going to find the tally? Bibilangin mo kung ilan yung nakakuha ng score dyan sa class interval na yan, kung ilan nag-appear. Okay, but make sure, kailangan maging organized ka dito para hindi ka magkamali or iba yung sagot mo. Kailangan parehas kasi doon sa ating total frequency later on. So meaning to say, lagyan mo ng mark 81. Okay, sulat mo doon sa between 80 to 82. Okay, ibig sabihin, then we also have the 81. Siyempre, nandun pa rin siya, 86. Okay, so take note of that. Kailangan may color coding para at least hindi tayo malito. 91. Okay, nandun siya sa 89 to 91. 79 naman ay nandun sa between 77 to 79. 82, that is between 80 to 80. 80 to 82. And 81 naman nasa, saan makikita yon? That is 80 to 82. And then for 87, makikita yan doon sa between 86 to 88. And so on and so forth. So, kailangan organize ka dyan. And then, we also have this one. So, bibilangin mo, lalagyan mo lang siya ng guhit para makita mo kung ilan nga ba ang nag-appear doon sa tally mo. Okay, tapos, makukuha na natin later on yung ating frequency. Ayan siya. So, take note, kapag naka-5 ka na, kailangan lagyan mo ng pa-slant niya para makita mo agad na 5 na yon. Okay, and then, after that, we can now find the frequency of each tally, yung sa bawat class interval na yan. Bibilangin mo lang, sa 71 to 73, ilang nag-appear? 5 yan. Kaya sulat mo doon. That is 5. Okay. Dito naman sa between 74 to 76, there are 3. Dito naman, we have 2, then 9. There are 5 sa 83 to 85. Dito naman ay 86 to 88. 6. Dito naman sa 89 to 91, there are 6. 1 dito sa 92 to 94. 95 to 97 is 1. And dun sa 98 to 100, there are 2. Okay, and then get the total frequency. I-add mo lang lahat yan. That is represented by or denoted by symbol N, capital letter N. That is equal to 40. Yan yung total frequency natin. Okay, so ganun lamang kung paano natin or kung paano ba tayo mag-construct na group frequency distribution. Okay. Another, how about this example number 3? A sample of 30 shoppers at a newly opened supermarket has been randomly selected. The following data show the shopper's age. Okay, so meron tayong 30 shoppers. So first, di ba, balikan natin yung step natin. Find the range first. Okay, tignan muna natin yung ating highest and lowest score. Ano ba yung highest natin? That is 62. And the lowest score or the lowest age is 10. Okay. And then, you can apply the range. I-minus mo lang sila, no? That is 62 minus 10. And the difference is 52. Remember, magpa-plus 1 tayo dyan. Kaya 52 plus 1, that is 53. And ano yung magiging desired result natin? Or I mean desired class interval. Okay, di ba? Between 5 to 15. So let's say mag-assign ako ng 8. Okay, depende sa iyo, no? Pwede naman yon. So ibig sabihin yan, eto ngayon yung aking pang-divide ngayon doon sa range para makuha yung class size natin or class weight. We have range divided by desired class, that is 53 divided by 8, and that is 6.625. Take note, ang class size dapat ay kailangan whole number, kaya i-round off natin, that is 7. And then you can now proceed to step 4. Okay. So sa step 4, construct ka ng table. So since hinahanap lang natin yung frequency, hindi ko na ipapakita yung tally dito. Okay, it's up to you. Basta kailangan hindi ka magkakamali doon sa pagbilang kung ilang nag-appear doon sa score or doon sa age sa data mo. Okay, so and then take note of this, isulat mo muna yung class size natin, that is 7. And then find ayan, balikan natin yun, make the first class interval include the smallest value of the data. Hanapin muna ngayon natin yung lower limit natin. Pag sabing lower limit, yun yung smallest value natin dyan sa data. Yun yung age, which is 10. And then, we can now also find the upper limit. Pag sinabing upper limit, para mahanap yan, magpa-plus lang tayo doon sa 10 ng class size natin, which is 7. Tapos minus 1. Kaya that is 10 plus 7 minus 1. The upper limit is 16. And from this, using the lower limit and upper limit, we can now write the first class interval. Ibig sabihin between or from 10 to 16 na ibig sabihin yan. Susulat ko na siya dito. Okay, and then magpa-plus ka naman dito sa lower limit 10 plus 7. Ganon din sa 16 plus 7. Kasi habang umakyat ka dyan, okay, nagpa-plus ka lang ng 7. Kaya 10 plus 7, 17. 16 plus 7, 23. And another plus 7 again, that is 24 to 30, plus 7 again, 31 to 37, plus 7, 38 to 44, another plus 7, 45 to 51, and 52 to 58, and the highest upper limit now is 59 to 65. Take note, yung lahat ng dito from 10, habang umakyat yung 10 na yan hanggang doon sa 59, ang tawag po dyan ay lower limit. Dito naman from 16, habang umakyat yan hanggang sa 65, upper limit yan. Tandaan natin yan. And then from that, you can now find the frequency by tallying. Pero hindi ko na ako naglagay ng table, no, for the tally. So, guguhitan na lang natin. But make sure na kailangan be organized ka doon. It's up to you, no? Okay, and then, so meaning to say, tignan nga natin. So 12, okay, krinos ko yung 12, no? 12, 10, tsaka 14, and 13. Ibig sabihin yan, yan yung mga nasa interval na 10 to 16. Kaya there are 5. Yan yung merong 5 tao ngayon na nasa age na 10 to 16 doon sa survey nila. And dito naman sa 17 to 23, okay, cross out ulit natin. We have that, ayan, no, yung color blue. So, i-cross out mo lang yan para ma-figure out mo. And that is, bibilangin natin yan kung ilan ba yung nakaguhit na color blue. That is 10. And dito naman sa 24 to 30, ilan bang nag-appear dyan? Okay, ibig sabihin, yan, take note, meron tayong green na guhit. Bibilangin natin. There are 3. And dito naman sa 31 to 37, and guhitan ulit natin ng violet. And bibilangin natin, there are 4. Dito naman sa 38 to 44, okay, so yan, no, orange or yellow-orange. And guhitan mo lahat dyan na nasa pagitan ng 38 to 44. Bilangin mo ngayon, that is 3. Dito naman sa 45 to 51, okay, so yellow-green, that is 2. Dalawa lang nag-appear dyan. So dito sa 52 to 58, wala namang nag-appear dyan, 0 yon. And doon sa 59 to 65, okay, so that is naka-color black, no? And you have to count, there are 3. Okay, pag inad ko ngayon yung total frequency, ilan kayo yung total nila? That is denoted by capital letter N for the total frequency, that is 30. Kasi sa given kanina, nandyan yun, no? And that is how you are going to, or that is how you make the frequency or group frequency distribution table. Okay, so ngayon naman, we are going to organize the data in a cumulative frequency distribution table. But before that, kailangan nating ma-define muna ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng cumulative frequency. Pag sinabi natin cumulative means totaling or gradually building up. In statistics, cumulative frequency is found by adding up all successive frequencies in a frequency distribution table. Ibig sabihin niya, nag-a-add lang tayo doon sa kanyang succeeding. Ibig sabihin niya, yung kasunod or sinusundan niya. Okay, yun yung ibig sabihin ng cumulative frequency. And cumulative frequency, this is used to determine the number of observations that lie above or below a specific value in a data set. Okay, kaya doon natin ma-interpret natin. So with that, okay, meron tayong example na paano nga ba ipakita ang cumulative frequency. Ito yon. Okay. So, ibig sabihin kung ito yung frequency, copy ko lang yan. Kaya 2 plus 1, 3 yon. And then 3 plus 3, 6 yon. Then 6 plus 1, 7. Kailangan yung total frequency, 7 yan. Kailangan yung makikita mo doon sa last na total natin, 7, kailangan pares dito. Okay, another, for group naman, ganun din, no? So, copy lang natin yung 2. Then, 2, doon sa succeeding niya, plus mo lang, 2 plus 4, 6 yon. And 6 plus 6, 12. Then 12 plus 2, 14. 14 plus 6, 20. 20 plus 4, 24. Okay, take note, yung 24 kailangan pares dapat yung total dito sa ating frequency. 24 dapat to kasi dapat makikita natin yung pares sila. Okay, so with that, let's define first no meron tayong kailangan malaman muna bago tayo mag-compute. Class mark. Pag sinabi natin class mark, it is the middle value or middle point of the class interval and it is obtained by adding the lower and the upper class limits and dividing by 2. Okay, add lang natin, divided by 2. Or pwede mo naman siyang i-count, no? Okay, kung ilang numbers doon, ilista mo, pwede yun. Tapos kung ano yung number na nasa gitna, yun yung ating middle point or middle number or class mark. Maraming tawag sa kanya. Okay, another example natin, by the way. So class interval we have, okay, 10 to 16. I-add lang natin yan, di ba? So 10 plus 16, divide by 2. Kaya di ba 26 yan pag in-add ko. Divide by 2, that is 13. Pwede mo ilista, di ba? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ano ngayon yung nasa gitna? That is 13. Okay, we also have the word class boundaries or true limits. So, ibig sabihin naman nito, they are often described as the true limits because these are more precise expression of class limits. The lower boundary of the class is 0.5 less than its lower limit and its upper boundary is 0.5 more than its upper limit. Ibig sabihin niya para makuha lang natin yan, kapag kinukuha natin yung lower limit, nagdideduct lang tayo or nagma-minus lang tayo ng 0.5. Kapag yung upper limit naman ang kinukuha natin dyan, nagpa-plus tayo ng 0.5. Always 0.5 yung decimal niya. Okay, so let's have example, no? Lower boundary natin, di ba? 10. Okay, so ibig sabihin, 10 minus 0.5, kaya 9.5 yung lower boundary. Kasi nga, yung 10 natin dyan is the lower limit. Dito naman sa upper boundary, di ba yung upper limit natin 16, magpa-plus ka ng 0.5. Kaya that is upper boundary now is 16.5. Okay, so let's do the example, no? Construct the cumulative frequency by determining the class mark, class boundaries, and cumulative frequency less than and greater than. So, syempre, gawa muna tayo ng ating table. Okay, given na yan, nandyan na fast forward na kumbaga hindi na tayo nagtali, hindi na tayo naghanap ng class size. It's already there. Okay, so basta alam nyo lang kung paano ginawa. So, ibig sabihin nito, hahanapin natin yung class mark, di ba? How to find the class mark? I-add lang natin yung lower limit tsaka upper limit divide by 2. Kaya dito, 19 plus 21 divide by 2, that is equal to how many? Okay. And by the way, this is score of students in the mathematics quiz. Siyempre, hanapin muna natin yung kanyang frequency. The total is, i-add mo lang lahat to, that is 45. And then we can now find the class mark. Dito muna tayo sa first class interval. Okay, add lang natin 19 plus 21 divide by 2, that is 20. Okay, di ba? 19, 20, 21. Ano yung nasa middle? Kaya 20 yon. That is the class mark. Dito naman sa 22 to 24, ano yung middle number? That is 23. Kasi 22 plus 24 divide by 2, 23. Okay, ganun din, 25 to 27, yung middle number dyan ay 26. So, Okay, so ganun din, so on and so forth. Lagi mo lang in-add, divide by 2, kaya makikita mo yung middle number. Or you can do the listing, no, para makita mo yung nasa gitna. Or take note, di ba, may pattern, di ba? Habang umakit ako, nagpa-plus lang ako ng 3 kasi nga yung class size natin. That is, nag-add lang ako ng 3. Okay, how to find the lower boundary, di ba? Lower limit, minus natin ng 0.5. Kaya 19 minus 0.5, that is 18.5. Yun yung lower boundary natin dyan sa 19. Okay, dito naman natin sa next, we have 22 minus 0.5, that is 21.5. Ganon din sa 25 minus 0.5, that is 24.5. Okay, so in so on and so forth, lagi siya nagdideduct lang ng 0.5 dito. Dito yung dinideduct natin kasi nga ito ay lower limit. Okay, dito mas sa upper boundary, dito yung upper limit natin, mag-a-add ka ngayon ng 0.5. Kaya 21 plus 0.5, kaya 21.5 yon. Then 24 plus 0.5, 24.5. Then 27 plus 0.5, 27.5. Lagyan mo lang ng decimal na 0.5 kasi nag-add ka. Kaya yan, and so on and so forth. Ayan, always add. Dito naman sa cumulative frequency, but take note, this is the symbol of less than. Okay, how do we find the less than cumulative frequency? Okay, ibig sabihin niyan, di ba, succeeding, mag-add ka. Since ito yung first frequency natin doon sa first class interval, kopyahin mo siya. Okay. Then 6 plus 5, i-add mo lang yung succeeding niya, no, yung kasunod. Kaya 6 plus 5, 11 to. Then 11 plus 15, kaya that is 26. 26 plus 14, we have 40, and 40 plus 2, we have 42. Then 42 plus 2, that is 44. Then 44 plus 0, kaya 44 pa rin yan. Then 44 plus 1, that is 45. Okay. How about the greater than cumulative frequency? Dito ka naman mag-start sa taas. Pababa naman tayo. That is pa-reverse. Kaya kopyahin mo ulit yung 1 dito sa ating frequency. Kaya that is 1. Then 1 plus 0, 1 pa rin. Then 1 plus 2, that is 3. Then 3 plus 2, that is 5. Then 5 plus 14, that is 9. 19. 5 plus 14, 19 yon. Then 19 plus 15, that is 34. Then 34 plus 5, that is 39. Then 39 plus 6, that is equal to 45. Take note, paano ko malalaman kung tama ako? Kailangan, kung ano yung pinaka highest natin do sa less than cumulative frequency, parehas lang din dito sa dulo, kumbaga doon sa greater than cumulative frequency. Kung 45 to, dapat 45 to. Parehas dapat sila doon sa total frequency natin. Okay. Ganun kung paano mag-check. Okay, kung papansinin natin ito, no, bakit ko nilagyan ng circle? Okay, take note. So, paano ba tayo mag-interpret? Take a look at the encircle row as our reference. Diba yung class mark natin dyan, 31 to 33. And that is, i-add natin yung divide by 2, 32 yon. Okay, the lower boundary now is 30.5. Okay, kasi ba naman, subtract tayo ng 0.5. Yung upper boundary natin dyan is 33.5 kasi nag-plus tayo ng 0.5. So, ibig sabihin niya, interpretation yan, less than cumulative frequency of class 31 to 33, i-add lang natin, no, that is 2 plus 14 plus 15 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 42. Okay, di ba kung mapapansin natin, ito yung 42 ngayon doon sa less than cumulative frequency natin. Okay, how about the greater than cumulative frequency natin? Okay, 31 to 33, i-add lang naman natin yung 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 is equal to 5. Okay, kaya makikita natin yung 5 dyan. Kaya ito, 2 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1, that is equal to 5. Ayan yung ano natin. Di ba? Ayan yung greater than cumulative frequency. Okay, and then, this signifies that 5 students got a score greater than 30.5. Okay, doon naman kanina sa 42, no, this signifies that 42 students got a score less than 33.5. Ibig sabihin niyan, a score of 26 under the heading less than cumulative frequency means that there are 26 students who got a score less than 27.5. A score of 19 under the heading greater than cumulative frequency means that there are 19 students who got a score greater than 27.5. So, ganun po kung paano mag-interpret. So, with that, let's sum up, no? We are going to answer the given question based on the cumulative frequency distribution of plants that survive. Okay, so number one, what is the class size? Okay, so that is, the answer is 10. Di ba? Kung sinabi natin class size, ito po yung kung ilang numbers doon sa class interval. There are 10. Kung mapapansin nyo, habang tumataas ako dyan, di ba, 20, 30, 40, 50, nagpa-plus 10 ako. Kaya yung class size natin. Next, number two, what is the highest frequency in the distribution table? Siyempre, kung titignan mo dyan, ano yung marami nag-appear dyan. So, ibig sabihin, that is the highest. That is 23. Kaya yan yung sagot natin. Next, number three, how many students got a score between 70 to 79? Tignan natin dyan. Ilang student ba nakakuha dyan? Yun yung frequency, tignan mo. Kaya that is 10. Yan na yung sagot natin. Next, number four, what class interval has the highest frequency? Kung ito yung frequency natin, ito yung highest 23, anong class interval yan? That is 80 to 89. Kaya yan yung answer natin. Next, number 5. In the class 40 to 49, what is the class mark? Kung titignan natin yung 40 to 49, ano yung class mark natin? Ito yun, katapat niya. Ibig sabihin, that is the middle number, 44.5. Yan na yung sagot natin. Next, number 6. How about in the class 70 to 79, what is the lower boundary? Ito kung ito yung bracket natin, no? Ano yung lower boundary natin? That is 69.5. Yan na yung answer natin. Next number. What is the upper boundary if the class is 50 to 59? Tignan mo dito, yung bracket mo. So, ano nga yun yung ating upper boundary? That is 59.5. Kaya yan yung answer natin. And for number 8, in the class 30 to 39, what is the greatest or greater than cumulative frequency? Kung mapapansin natin, no, ano yung greater than cumulative? Ito yung 30 to 39. Ibig sabihin yan, greater than, ito yan, di ba? Kung ito yung greater than, take note of the symbol, that is 97. Kaya answer natin is 97. Next, number 9. How many students got a score less than 69.5? Okay. Ilan kayang estudyante yan? Less than 69.5. Saan ba yung 69.5? Ito. Kung titignan natin less than 69.5 dyan, ibig sabihin niya, i-plus natin ito. Less than, i-add natin, we have 18 plus 8 plus 12 plus 14 plus 3. That is 55. Ibig sabihin, ito na siya. Nasa less than na siya sa cumulative frequency. Okay, next number 10. How many students got a score greater than 39.5? Yung 39.5 naman, ito siya. So take note, that is, i-add lang natin, 12 plus 14 plus 3, that is equal to 29. Saan yung 29 na yan? Yan, yung 29. Okay, next. For last number, what is the total frequency? Di ba? Ito yung total number. Ibig sabihin, bibilangin mo lahat to. Yun yung sagot, nandun na siya on 100. Yan yung answer natin. Okay, so with that, I hope you learned something from this video, and don't forget to subscribe my TikTok page. We'll see you next time. Goodbye to all of you.